Elijah. The challenge of the 850 prophets. Elijah stood alone on Mount Carmel as the people of Israel gathered around him in silence. The nation had turned away from the Lord and followed King Ahab and Queen Jezebel into the worship of Baal. Before Elijah stood 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asherah. Elijah looked across the crowd and asked, "How long will you keep wavering between two choices?" He continued, "If the Lord is God, follow him, but if Baal is God, follow him." The people said nothing because they had no answer. Elijah then proposed a challenge that would reveal the truth before the entire nation. He said, "Let the prophets of Baal prepare a bull and place it on an altar." He added, "I will prepare another bull and place it on an altar, but neither of us will light the fire." Then Elijah declared, "You call upon the name of your God, and I will call upon the name of the Lord." He said, "The God who answers by fire, he is God." The people finally responded, "What you have said is good." The prophets of Baal prepared their altar and placed their sacrifice upon it. From morning until noon, they cried, "Baal, answer us." They shouted louder and danced around the altar, but nothing happened. Elijah watched them and said, "Cry louder, because perhaps your God is busy, traveling, or sleeping." The prophets cried even louder and began cutting themselves according to their rituals. Blood flowed from their bodies as they continued calling upon Baal. Hours passed, but there was no voice, no answer, and no fire. The people watched as the prophets exhausted themselves in desperation. Then Elijah called everyone closer to him. He repaired the altar of the Lord that had been broken down. He took 12 stones, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. With those stones, Elijah rebuilt the altar in the name of the Lord. He dug a trench around the altar and arranged the wood and sacrifice. Then Elijah commanded, "Fill 4 large jars with water and pour them over the offering and the wood." He said, "Do it again." Then he said, "Do it a 3rd time." Water flowed over the sacrifice and filled the trench around the altar. Everything was completely soaked, making human fire impossible. Elijah then stepped forward and prayed, "Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel." He continued, "Answer me, Lord, so these people may know that you are God and that you are turning their hearts back to you." Suddenly, fire from the Lord fell from heaven. The fire consumed the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, the dust, and even the water in the trench. The entire crowd fell face down upon the ground. They cried, "The Lord, he is God! The Lord, he is God!" Elijah looked toward the defeated prophets of Baal as the people finally recognized the truth. The false prophets had cried all the day, but their God had never answered. The Lord answered with a single display of overwhelming power. Elijah then told the people to seize the prophets of Baal. The confrontation on Mount Carmel became a turning point for Israel. The nation had seen that the Lord was not silent and that he had not abandoned his people. Elijah had stood alone, but he was never truly alone. His strength came from trusting the God who had sent him. The fire from heaven was more than a miracle.